Hi, I'm Courtney. Welcome to this core and flow class. Finding it hard to get my words together today. So core and flow is a combination of yoga and Pilates. Just trying to make transitions a little bit smoother and just getting the body moving in a nice dynamic, not particularly fast, but a dynamic way to make you feel really nice and strong, stretched out, mobile, and hopefully a little bit energized. And also perhaps a little bit more relaxed at the end. If you need to take any modifications throughout, please feel free to do that. I try and offer them as we go through. If we're doing any kneeling stuff and you need extra padding underneath your knees, feel free to roll up your mat or pop something underneath your knees. That's absolutely fine. And just take your time. The beauty of these on-demand classes is you can pause them whenever you need to. So we're going to start seated, just where you are, and just closing down your eyes. And just allowing yourself to settle into the mat and into your breath. Allow the inhale to create some more space in the body. And the exhale to ground you in your seat. The inhale, creating that space, helping you feel a little longer, a little lighter. And then the exhale, allowing you to soften everything down. And just notice if there's any tension creeping into the face or the shoulders, even the hands and the toes. Just really give yourself these first few moments to settle into where you are, allowing the day to melt away, and allowing any expectations for what's happening after you've finished on your mat to also melt away. And just allowing yourself to be here now. Take 2 more deep breaths so you can get right down into the belly. And then a nice slow breath out. One more deep breath in. And a slow breath out. On your next inhale, let's reach both arms up to the ceiling. You can keep your eyes closed or open them up to you. And as you exhale, just start to turn your chest to the right. Bring your left hand to your right thigh. Right hand comes behind you. And then inhale, push through both hands to kind of lengthen through the spine. Crown of the head reaches tall. And then as you exhale, see if you can just gently squeeze that right shoulder back a little bit more, turning the chest. Keep both sit bones nice and heavy. Inhale, find a little bit more length through the spine, reaching the crown of the head. And then exhale, just settle into this twist. Take a couple of breaths. And your next inhale, keep your left hand where it is on your knee. Just bring your right arm up and overhead as you turn your chest back forward. And then reach your right arm over into a nice big side stretch. Really trying to plug your right sit bone down. Take one more nice deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Release both hands back to the ceiling, inhale. And then this time we exhale to the left. So right hand to left knee or left thigh, left hand behind you. Inhale, see if you can lengthen through the spine. Really feel like you're reaching out of your lower back. And then exhale, see if you can just gently pull that left shoulder blade back, turning the chest. One more nice purposeful inhale to lengthen here. Exhale, maybe turning a little deeper deeper into that twist. And then taking a couple of breaths in this twist. There's not a lot of tension here in the shoulders, the neck. It's just really encouraging that twist to happen at the waist, kind of wringing out the body. Take another breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then inhale, left arm reaches up and over, finding that nice big side bend. Left arm reaching to the right. Right hand on your knee is kind of just helping you to anchor down. So you should be able to reach a little bit further through that left arm. Left sit bone nice and heavy. Creating that space in the body with the inhale and the softening on the exhale. One more breath in. Big breath out. And then inhale, release both hands back up to the ceiling. And then hands down by your side. I'm going to turn to face top of your mat. You might already be there, that's fine. We're going to roll over into 4-point kneeling with hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Going straight in for your cat-cow. So you're dipping your belly, lifting your chest, lifting your tailbone. And then exhale, scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone under, push the floor away, really pushing the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades as your belly dips, chest lifts, tailbone lifts. And exhale, round. Just 2 more like that. Really feeling that tilt of the tailbone up, that squeeze of the shoulder blades to open your heart forward. And then as you exhale, taking the body in the opposite direction, really scooping the belly, pushing the floor away. One more time, inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Beautiful, finding your flat back here. You'll notice here I've got some blocks. If you have blocks or some nice sturdy books, they can be really helpful here underneath your hands. So I'm going to demonstrate with them. If you don't have them, that's totally fine too. So you put your hands onto your blocks. We'll tuck the toes. Send your bum back towards your heels. If your hands are on blocks or books, make sure you're not pushing them forward so much. You're kind of pressing down but still have this nice length through your wrists. And then we're going to press the hands down, scoop the belly in towards your spine, make sure your toes are tucked, and then we're going to press up into our down facing dog. Maybe going for a little pedal through the feet, swaying the hips. And then finding stillness when you're ready, pressing your heels down towards the floor, shoulders slide down your back. Take a breath. Really tilt the tailbone up. So if that means the knees need to bend, please feel free to bend the knees. Then on your next inhale, we're going to lift the heels, keep the butt lifted, and then press your heels down. The knees can stay bent. Lift the heels up, press them down. One more time, we lift up, press them down. This time we lift the heels, really feel like you're scooping the belly, tucking your tailbone under, and slowly rippling your chest over your hands, finding a plank. Take a breath. Exhale, down dog. 2 more like that. We lift the heels, scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone like you're really trying to round through the spine. Keep pushing the floor away, chest over hands. Beautiful, and exhale, down dog. 1 more like that. Coming forward, lift the heels, scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone, bring the weight forward. Exhale, send it back. Beautiful. The next time we're going to take the right leg to the ceiling. 3-legged dog. And then same thing, lift your left heel, ripple forward and tuck that knee in towards your chest, finding a tiger curl, shoulders over wrists. Send your leg back, 3-legged dog. So left heel drops down, right heel lifts to the ceiling. 1 more like that. Left heel lifts, right knee to chest. Ripple the weight forward over your hands. Send your hips back. Leg lifts, left heel drops. This time we come forward, knee to chest. See if you can push the floor away and try to get your knee to your nose. And step your foot between your hands. having your hands on your blocks just gives you a little bit more lift away from the floor. If your foot lands further back to here, that's fine, just shuffle your foot forward. So your back knee comes down, keep the toes tucked, and we'll inhale and lift up to a nice low lunge, squeezing your left butt cheek, just sort of deepen that lunge, and then exhale, twist to your right. So right hand back, left hand forward, inhale back to center. Two more like that, same way, exhale to the right, inhale up, exhale right, inhale up. Beautiful. This time we'll take a bow forward, sweep the hands back and lift your front toes towards your knee, straightening your front knee. So we're finding our half Hanuman, or our twist, not our twist, our forward fold, our split. I told you I had trouble with my words today. And then we'll inhale back to our low lunge. Exhale back to your half Hanuman, your half split. One more time. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to fold. We're going to hold our half Hanuman, our half split here. Maybe hands come to the floor. Maybe slide your foot a bit further forward. Trying to really lengthen out those hamstrings. Inhale and lift the chest, lengthen the spine, creating space in your back. And then exhale to soften into that forward fold. And see if you can breathe into the space in the back of your right thigh. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Just lift the chest slightly. Twizzle your left toes around behind you. I'm going to turn to face away from you here. So you're in this sort of side kneeling position, or kneeling side kick position. So left knee is on the floor, right leg stays nice and long, just like we had it in our half split. Walk your left hand over to the other end of your mat, so it's underneath your shoulder, and reach your right arm to the ceiling. I want you to squeeze your bum to push your hips forward. So you're trying to really lengthen out through the lower back. The right arm reaches up, and if you would like to, you can bring one of your blocks or books underneath your left hand, just for that little bit of a lift away from the floor. That can help you to connect, to squeeze your butt, and to find length down both sides of your waist. So press through that left hand, press through your left shin, keep squeezing your bum to push your hips forward, and squeeze your right butt to lift your right leg any amount away from the floor. And then tap it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We've just got two. Last one, we're going to hold the lift and then just go for a little bend of your knee. Stretch it long. Little bend of the knee. Stretch it long. Little bend. Big stretch. Really squeeze your thigh. One more time. Bend. Stretch and hold. Draw a little circle with your right leg. Just for 3. For 2, keep squeezing your bum. Last one. Beautiful. Drop that leg down. Press that left hand away from the floor. Come to a T shape through the arms. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling, right hand to your thigh. And then exhale, finding your gate pose. Nice big side bend. Make sure you're wrapping your left shoulder back. Lengthening through that left side of the body. Take one more breath. And then cartwheel the hands down to the floor, to your left side. So now you're facing the opposite end of your mat. Of course, if you would like to, grab your blocks, pop them underneath your hands. Right leg is long. Left leg comes back to find your plank. Let's just come forward onto the toes. Press your heels back. Forward onto the toes. Keep your butt in line with your chest. Maybe you need to come down to forearms. That's totally fine.
That takes a little bit of pressure off the wrists, or all the pressure off the wrists. Doesn't make the plank easier. Let's do 2. Last one. Beautiful. Find center in your plank. If you're on your forearms, press back to hands so you can lift up to your down dog. Take a breath. Maybe pedal through the feet. Beautiful. And then take your left leg to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. We lift that right heel, round through the spine as you pull your left knee to your nose. Bring your weight forward, tiger curl. Sweep it back, 3-legged dog. Make sure you drop that right heel. Then you lift it up so it's quite active. You're kind of pushing yourself forward. Press back, 3-legged dog. One more time, bring it forward. Send it back. And then the last time we come in, we're going to hold it. Try to pull the belly in towards the spine, knee towards the nose. And step your foot down somewhere on the floor. Wiggle it up between the hands. Then we drop that back knee down. Keep the toes tucked. Just helps with a little bit of support and balance. We'll reach up to the ceiling. So you're squeezing your right butt cheek to lunge a little deeper. Just watching this left knee doesn't come forward over the toes. So if you want to come deeper and you want to keep this left knee over your ankle, wiggle your right knee back. Okay, so we'll inhale to lengthen. Then exhale to twist to your left. Then inhale back to center. 2 more. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. 1 more time. Exhale left. Inhale center. This time we exhale and fold into our half split. So the left toes lift, left knee straightens any amount, doesn't have to go all the way straight. And reach the arms back. If this is too bouncy, hands to the floor is fine. Now on your next inhale, plant the foot, lift the arms, lift the chest. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. 2 more like that. We exhale to fold, half split, half Hanuman. And inhale up into your low lunge. 1 more time, we fold. And lift into your lunge. And this time we fold and we hold our half split here. You're more than welcome to find that balance and reach your arms back, puffing the chest forward. Otherwise, hands to the floor for a little bit more support. See if you can plug your left hip crease back. Feel that extra length in the left thigh. And then inhale to just puff the chest forward, lifting the spine, lengthening, finding space. And then exhale, folding into that space. Take 2 more nice, purposeful, deep breaths. Beautiful, and then walk your hands around to the right. So we're still facing the same way. I really made this the wrong decision to go with the right leg first, but it's okay. You guys just get to see the back of me for now. So right hand onto your block or the floor. Left arm up to the ceiling. Make sure your arm or your wrist or your hand is under your shoulder to the side of your leg, not in front of you. So nice big reach through both arms. Squeeze your bum to push your hips forward. Press that right shin down. Bit of weight into this right side so you can float that left leg off the floor. Tap it down. Lift it up. Tap it down. Keep squeezing your bum so you're creating this length in your lower spine. Length through the sides of the waist. Just for 4. 3. Last 2. Last one, let's hold it here. Nice little bend, stretch the leg. Little bend, stretch it long, just for 4. Gotta keep the leg at the same height. Last 2. Last one, we reach and hold, draw those little circles just for 5, 4, 3, 2, change direction just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down, turning back to the right side, so the top of your mat. Beautiful. If you've got your blocks there, great. Hands on the floor or your blocks. Step your right foot back to find your plank, and then lift your hips high. Down dog. Beautiful. Ripple yourself forward, find a plank, and then either drop the knees or keep them lifted as you bend your elbows and come all the way down onto your belly. Move your blocks out of the way if you're using them. Just a little Cobra Roll here. So point the elbows up to the ceiling, tent your fingertips off to the side of your mat. And then inhale, just to lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Lift it up. Lengthening, finding space in the upper body. 2 more like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, maybe press back to a child's pose, or if you're feeling really strong, press up to a plank. We'll all meet in down dog. Lifting those hips. And then start to take a little stroll towards your hands. We'll inhale and take a halfway lift. Puff the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll reach up all the way to standing. Stretching out the arms, stretching out the torso, giving your bum a little squeeze. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. In this forward fold, just cross your ankles so you can come all the way down onto your bottom. Beautiful. Plant your feet out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Really feel like you're trying to puff your chest forward. And then exhale, a little scoop of the belly, tuck the tailbone, little C curve. Inhale, stretch up, sit up. And then come all the way back. 2 more. Inhale to reach, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, scoop the belly like someone's going to poke you in the belly button. And then inhale up. 1 more time. Exhale down. Inhale up. Beautiful. This time we're going to release the hands away from the shins. I want you to roll yourself down as slowly as you can. You're laying each vertebrae on the floor, one at a time, until you come all the way down onto your back. Maybe take a nice big stretch from fingertips to toes. And then bring your hands down by your side. We'll plant the feet, bending the knees, feet are hip distance apart, and knees pointing straight up to the ceiling. Let's go for a little tap of the tailbone. Pull the belly in towards your spine. Press through your heels, squeeze your bum and lift your hips away from the floor. And then exhale, lower. Lift and lower. As you lift up, try to keep your ribs knitting inwards. So we're not trying to extend through the spine, push ourselves as high as you can. This is about keeping the belly engaged, lifting your butt as high as you can, but keeping the upper body relatively heavy. Let's go for 2 more. Lift and lower. This time we'll lift and hold. Beautiful. Let's go for a little lower of the butt, squeeze to lift. A little lower, squeeze to lift. Just for 4. 3, 2. We're going to hold the lift on 1 and then just let your butt lower about halfway to the floor. You might even pop your hands under your bum and just let your butt kind of graze the top of your hands. About there is good. Beautiful. So you can remove your hands when you're ready. You might want to heel toe your feet a bit closer together just so you've got a bit more of a centered balance here. Press through your left heel. Squeeze your left butt cheek, keep your bum hovering off the mat, and just see if you can lift that right leg to the ceiling, or even just a tabletop. And either tap the toes down, or lower that straight leg down and up. So if the knee is bent, you're just tapping the toes back to the floor, lifting the knee back to tabletop. If you've got the leg long, you're lowering the whole leg down, not all the way to the floor. Just take it as low as feels good, but all of that weight and all of that work is holding you through that left side, through that heel, through the leg, through your bum. Let's go for 2 more. Make sure you're breathing. Hold it here. Let's all extend that leg to the ceiling. Lower your bum to the floor and grab a hold of the back of your leg. Now, if this is your straight leg, that's fine. If this is better for you, that's also fine. But if you can, reaching the toes as tall as you can to the ceiling, extend your left leg away from you and float it off the floor. Your choice here is to keep the head down or exhale and curl up, trying to pull your forehead and your thigh or your shin together. And we're going to inhale to switch the legs. Exhale to pull the left leg in. Then inhale, switch. Exhale, pull. Inhale, switch. Exhale, pull. Let's do 4. Last 3. Last 2, really pull the belly in towards the floor. Last 1. Beautiful, grab that right leg. Just see if you can rock and roll yourself a couple of times in this little scissor, all the way up to a seat. Beautiful. So sitting up nice and tall, give a hold of that right leg. Maybe you're holding it down here, that's okay. Reach as far up that leg as you can, try and pull your chest and your leg together. And then find that C curve to roll yourself down and walk your hands back up your thigh. And then walk your hands back up towards your ankle. Puffing the chest. So you've got that little C curve now with that extra challenge of keeping that leg lifted. You're climbing up and down your leg. One more time. Down and up. And then we crawl back down. Hug both knees into your chest. Little rock from side to side. And then bring both feet back to the floor. So feet down, hip distance, just like we did. Let's tuck the tailbone, squeeze your butt, push through the heels to lift up. We'll just go for a couple of little pulses down and a little lower, squeeze to lift. Lower, squeeze to lift. Just the 3, 2. Last one, let's hold and lift. Beautiful, and then we'll lower all the way down just to the top of the hands. So you can bring your hands back onto your bum, let the bum graze your hands, then remove your hands out from underneath you. Maybe heel toe the feet together slightly. Remember your right side's now going to be holding you up. So push through your heels, squeeze your right butt cheek, barely pulling in as you lift your left leg to tabletop. Perhaps start with, we'll tap the toes down, lift them up. Tap and lift. Maybe you extend that leg, lower, lift, lower, lift. Let's do 4, 3, belly in, 2. Last one, we lift, lower your bum, grab your leg, extend your right leg out, float it off the floor, and then your choice, head down or scoop the belly to roll up towards that knee. And then we switch. Inhale, exhale, pull. Inhale, switch. Exhale, pull. Nice, let's do 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Grab your left leg, hold it here. Little rock and roll. Come all the way up to seated. Once you're here, try to climb that leg and press your chest forward. Really pull the belly into the spine, squeezing the shoulder blades back. And then start to walk your hands to your thighs. Scoop the belly to roll halfway down. Really squeeze this left thigh. And then exhale, roll yourself up. Inhale at the top and then exhale, scoop the belly to climb back down that leg. Roll it up. One more time, climb down. roll up. Beautiful, and then climbing back down the leg, all the way onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Just rock and roll a couple of times, all the way up to seated and over to 4-point kneeling. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's dip the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. And then exhale, round, scooping it under. 2 more. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Tuck your toes and lift your hips, down dog. And then walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Let's take that halfway lift. Puff the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades back. As you exhale and fold, step your right foot back into a low lunge. Puff the chest forward, runner's lunge. Beautiful, and then exhale, lift the chest, lift the arms to find your crescent lunge. Beautiful, so a little bend in the back knee. Press through this front foot. Watch your front knee isn't pushing forward over your toes. Beautiful. Let's inhale, stretch both legs long. Exhale, we're going to twist to your left. So right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, stretch both legs, arms reach. Exhale, twist as you lunge. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale. Bend into your crescent lunge, cactus your elbow, so puff your chest forward. And then inhale, reach up, keeping that front knee straight, but straightening that back leg. Sorry, front knee bend. And then exhale, fold into arrowhead. So creating this nice long diagonal line through the back body. Beautiful. Inhale, up to crescent lunge, cactus the elbows. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, arrowhead. One more time. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, cactus the elbows. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, holding your your arrowhead here. So really strong through your back leg. Roll the shoulder blades down and back. Take one more nice deep breath in. Let it go. And then inhale, start to lift the arms up. Roll that back heel down to find warrior 2. So big T shape through the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Just 2 times, let's inhale, push through the feet, straighten that front knee. And then exhale, fold that front knee, bending into your warrior 2. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. This time we'll inhale, reach up, stretch both knees. And then keep that front knee straight as you find that T shape in the arms. And then send your bum back as you reach the torso forward, lengthening through the sides of your waist. And then just tilt the chest in this little side bend to find Trikonasana, triangle pose. So if you've got your block, you are more than welcome to bring your block underneath your hand. Try to squeeze your bum to press your hips forward, similar to when we were in our side kneeling position before. Gaze can be down, straight ahead, or up to the ceiling. Take one more nice deep breath in. Maybe bend slightly into that front knee so you can lift up, and then we'll reverse our triangle. So front leg stays straight as you reach up and over with that left arm. And then bend into that front knee, just finding side angle just for a moment. Reaching that right arm up and over. Press out of that left shoulder. Big inhale to stretch that right side a little bit longer. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down inside your your left foot. If you've got your block, just pop it just back behind your foot here. And then step that right foot outside your right hand. Start to sit yourself down. This is where your block can also come in handy, if it's in the right spot. you can come to sit on your block in Malasana. So just giving yourself that little bit of support in this little yogi squat. So give you something to sit your butt on so you can actually lift your chest and feel your hips open. And if you're like me, I have quite tight hips and tight, short Achilles. So for me to do this so upright without a block would be almost impossible. So it's nice to have that little bit of extra support. Remember, props are not cheating. Props are there to assist you deepen a pose. Perhaps, yes, challenge, but always helping in one way or another. So here you can really press the elbows into the inner thighs, the inner knees, helping to open the hips. We'll take one more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale just to bring the hands down to the floor. Exhale, start to lift your bum up. Turn the toes forward. And then inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together. And then roll yourself up to standing. Big reach up to the ceiling. And then exhale, fold. Beautiful. Step yourself back to find down facing dog. If your block's in the way, just move it out the way. Beautiful. And then lift your heels, bend your knees. Little stroll forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll reach up, stretch up, squeeze your bum to open your hips forward. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold forward, step your left foot back to find runner's lunge. Puff the chest forward as you inhale. And then exhale, little bend in the back knee to lift yourself up into your crescent lunge. Beautiful. Inhale, let's stretch both legs, stretch the arms up. Exhale, find your lunge, front knee bent, and then twist to your right. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twist. One more time, stretch up. Exhale, twist. Then come back to center. Keep that front knee bent, back knee a little soft. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale, cactus the elbows, open the chest. Inhale to stretch up, straighten that front knee. Exhale, fold, arrowhead. So strong through that back leg. Woo. Right, two more like that. We'll inhale up. Exhale, cactus those elbows. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, belly in as you fold. Try to pull your belly away from your thigh. Long through the spine. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arm stretch. Fold into your arrowhead. Take a breath. And then start to lift the chest, turning your body to the left. Left heel down, finding your warrior two. Beautiful. Really nice deep bend into that front knee. Squeezing your bum to help open through your hips. Beautiful. And then two times, straighten that front knee, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend. This time we stretch up. Keep that front knee straight. Open the arms to a T. Send your bum back as you reach forward. Finding length through the side of the body. And then fold into your triangle pose. Remember, you've always got your block to pop under your hand. Keep that length through the side waist. Gaze down, forward or up. Strong through the feet. Really feel the body grounding down. Take one more breath. And then maybe bending into that front knee to lift yourself up, then straightening it again so you can reverse your triangle. And then front knee bends through warrior two to then find side angle. Right forearm to knee, left arm reaching overhead. Try to wrap your left shoulder back. Press away from that right shoulder. And then we'll start to lower both hands down inside the right foot, turning to the top of your mat. And then just step your left foot outside your left hand. And then one more time, sitting yourself down into Malasana. So using your block, a book, a bolster, a couple of cushions, whatever you like. If you need that little bit of support under your bum, press the elbows into the thighs just to help open the chest. Take one more nice deep breath in. We held it for quite some time before, so you won't be here for as long. Let it all go. Then bring your hands to the floor to lift your bum up. Move your block out of the way. Heel toe the feet together. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll simply step back to down dog, just so we can lower the knees and find child's pose, just for a breath. And slowly roll yourself up to a kneeling position. And let's just open the front of the pelvis just a little more after a lot of flexion through the hips. So if you would like to, blocks or books or whatever are there for you, popping behind your feet. You don't have to have them. They're just there for a little extra lift and support. I'm going to come into camel pose. It might be nice here to tuck your toes on heels are lifted underneath your bum. And then bring your hands to your lower back. Roll the shoulders down and back. And then start to lift your butt away from your heels and squeeze your bum to press your hips forward. Roll the shoulders down and back. And try to squeeze the shoulder blades and puff the heart up towards the ceiling. Keep pulling the belly in and squeezing your bum to protect your lower back. And then maybe this is enough for you here. Maybe you can tuck the tailbone a little bit more to lengthen the lower back. Maybe squeezing the shoulder blades at the same time to open the heart. If you would like a little more, maybe leaning the chest back slightly as you press the hips forward. Keep tucking the tailbone to open the hips. Maybe your hands come to your heels. Maybe they come to your blocks. Maybe separate your blocks. But just seeing what works for you here to get this little back bend and to get this openness through the front of the hips. Openness through the chest. Breathe down into your belly. One more nice deep breath in. And then slowly lifting the torso up. Maybe untucking the toes and letting your bum sink down. And then perhaps just taking a little fold into your child's pose. Slowly roll yourself up. And then just come to sit on your bottom one more time with the legs crossed. Sitting up nice and tall, give the shoulders a little roll up, back and down. And then just let yourself settle into your seat. Inhale and reach the arms up to the ceiling. This time as you exhale, right hand comes to the floor, left arm reaches up and overhead, finding that nice big side stretch. And then slowly lifting up to the ceiling, both arms up. And then exhale, left hand down, right arm reaching over. Inhale, both arms up. Bring hands together in front of heart center. Maybe closing down the eyes. Allowing the sit bones to be heavy underneath you, grounding you down into the floor. And as you inhale, feeling the spine lengthen,
Crown of the head reaching tall. Releasing any tension from the face, the shoulders, the belly. Letting the whole body soften into your seat. Enjoying that space you've created in the body as you have taken up space in the room. And I like to finish our practice with a moment of gratitude here. So just thinking of something that you are grateful for today, perhaps tuning into your heart space. And just noticing how that gratitude shows up in the body. And then take that feeling with you into the rest of your day. Thank you all so much for joining me for this core and flow session. I hope to see you here again really, really soon.